Well, another day and another day that Twitter hates us. They don't want us to stream on Twitter, I guess. That is fine. But that's not stopping us. We're on YouTube, Twitter, and YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Welcome, guys, back to Earle Sports Bet Show. I'm Timothy Earle. I'm joined here with Terry Edelman. We got a small slate for NBA 3-gamer, and I believe it's 8 games for NHL? 9 games for NHL. So a little bit of a slate here on Thursday, January the 20th, 2022. But before we jump into today's slate and everything, I'm gonna see Terry. How have you been doing? What have you been doing the last couple of days? You making some money?
Yeah, I had a 4-day winning streak that I sadly lost. And then yesterday, I kind of went a little bit lighter on picks yesterday. I'm going to be going lighter on picks going forward. Um, hey, I love high volume betting, and I'm still going to be betting um, a lot of the games. But when I have like 30 picks in a day, um, it's just a bit much. And I'm seeing that my unit size is staying the same or slightly increasing or slightly decreasing and then going back and forth, but my overall record is piling up losses because of these small bets that I'm taking um, as like extra bets. I am winning some of them, but I'm losing a lot more than I'm winning, so my record is getting worse and worse and looking worse and worse. So I decided that I'm gonna try to not play as much. So yesterday I did 10 picks and I went 5-5 plus half a unit. So
There you go. Hey, profit's
can't
profit.
complain. Yeah.
There you go. Well, yeah, we're trying to dial down our bets too. I think we only have 23 college basketball plays today, so it's a little bit of a lighter. No, it's just a matter of the slate and everything. So, I know last night with the ESP site, it was the first time, and we had a 4 straight profitable days, and then yesterday we finished 15 and 17, so slightly under. There was a couple of games that we kind of missed at the end and lost at the end, and New Mexico and Colorado State, that one went over by half a point, and what other ones? Army and American went over with like 30 seconds to go, and there's a couple of games. Lehigh finished at 130, and we had over 131 and a half. There's just a couple of games that could have gone our way, and just didn't. Dallas won by 4. I had a -4.5. Memphis got blown out. Cleveland got blown out. Oklahoma City didn't show up. But real quick, 2-5 in the NBA. Winners with Brooklyn and Charlotte, and that was about it. Losers with Cleveland, Memphis, Dallas, OKC, and Denver. I will say I kind of hedged myself with Denver by grabbing them money line with about when they were down a couple with a couple minutes to go. That one ended up going into overtime, and I ended up cashing it. Not to mention, I had Nikola Jokic triple-double. I don't care what anybody says. Nikola Jokic is the MVP right now. He put up 49 points, 14 rebounds, and 10 assists. No, there's nobody that's better than him right now in the league. Without him, Denver's nothing. But I cashed that one as well. So slightly profitable day in the NBA because of that. For me personally, but 2-5 on the site. Nick went 0-2. He had a couple of overs in Arizona and then in the Colorado game. Neither of them hit that. And then we went 13-10 in college basketball. So another profitable college basketball day. Just the NBA and NHL is the ones that brought us down. Not a big deal. We'll have I'll have one NBA play today. I think Nick has 8 plays up on the site. Yeah, he has 8 NHL plays up on the site. So hopefully you have a winning day. But before we jump into the games and everything, which I'll end up powering through the 3 NBA games, and then we'll head into NHL. But we'll go ahead and we'll go through the chat real quick. KG's in the chat saying, "Morning, hit the like button and cash out. Let's get it. Do you think at least 4 goals will be scored in every NHL game tonight?"
That's a very interesting question.
I'm gonna say no, just because I have a feeling that there's one game that's gonna finish like 2-0. So be careful with that. Good luck if you're betting it, but I didn't do anything.
I'm on 2 unders, so
yeah, there you go. He's on 2 unders, so
yeah.
that's probably a no there. What's good, guys? Ready for some barking dogs in the NHL? That's fair. Apparently Terry is not. Jay Richardson, what's up? Oh my God, Yotes went blind throwing pucks at the empty net.
Well,
That's
Yotes
fair.
shouldn't even have been in that position to have an empty net to shoot at.
Yeah, I was about to say, how often
They
do
should have.
Yotes shoot at an empty net?
They were getting They had 2 shots throughout the whole first period.
Canadians aren't winning though.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. Some people look, oh, Canadians won a game. Oh my gosh, let's bet them again. No, I would not recommend that. But that's just me.
Hey, that's fine. But we'll go ahead. I'm just gonna run through the 3 NBA games just because there's only 3 of them, and I only like one of those games. So this is kind of a small, ugly slate. So I'll just try to rapid fire through this one. Pelicans are at the Knicks. This one is in New York. 4 points home favorite for the Knicks. Total of 210. This one's a pass for me. The Pelicans suck, and the Knicks are not playing all that well lately. They're 5-5, 6-5, 6-4 against the spread. So they're playing a little bit better, but I don't lay points on the Knicks, and I don't trust the Pelicans right now. I think this line is pretty much about right. So this one is a pass for me. No real feeling on the total. This one could easily go under. It could easily be a 95-90 type game, but at the same time, both of these two teams can, for whatever reason, decide to score points, and it could finish 120, 115. So I don't have a feeling in this game, so I'm passing on the New York one. Suns and Mavs is the only game I do have interest in, and I'll be on the Suns. Threw on my Suns jersey for today. I grabbed a -2.5. I know that the Mavericks are on fire. They are on a second leg of a back-to-back. Granted, there was a home back-to-back, so a little bit better there. But Dallas is not just played last night. Phoenix did not. Phoenix has been playing better as of late, and they've had a couple of days rest. Phoenix has won 8 out of their last 10, 7 out of the last 10 covering. Granted, Dallas has won 9 out of their last 10, 6-4 covering, but I feel like this is going to be a flat spot for the Mavs. I'm grabbing the Suns -2.5 for this one. Final game. I know Nick has the Nick has the Pacers for this game, but looking at it, Pacers 2-8. They did win their game last night versus the Lakers, but that's against the Lakers. On the other side, Golden State has been a little bit struggling, which is crazy to say, and they've been 5-5 their last 10. That's struggling for them. And 4-6 against the spread. This would be a Pacers or nothing spot, just because I don't lay 12 more than 10 points on an NBA team, and the only reason why I'm not betting this, I don't trust the Pacers to cover 2 straight games in a row. That's the big thing. And as for a total, I'm not really too big of a fan of this total. It's at 217.5. I could easily see this one going way under because Pacers played last night. They could come out slow, this, that, and the other. At the same time, Pacers can be a high-scoring team, and the Warriors will shoot with them. So this one could either, similar to the Knicks game, could finish 95-90, or it could finish 115-120 area with the two sides. So pass on this game. The only NBA play that I have for today is the Phoenix Suns -2.5. Terry, did you have anything in the NBA?
No, but I definitely want to talk you off Phoenix -2.5. I know Dallas has been playing well, but they played last night, right? And Phoenix has had a couple days off, I think. So they're well rested. Is there any injuries? Is that why it's 2.5? Because
no, Phoenix is just an overall better team. I don't think there's anything significant on either side. I'm pulling up the injury report now. I probably should have had the injury report up earlier.
Well, just to me, it seems like it should be something like 5.5 or something like that.
DeAndre Ayton's out for the Suns, so that's their starting center. Other than that, no significant injuries.
Yeah, 2.5 just seems a little low. That's all my opinion is.
Oh,
I
with
I would hold
DeAndre in
it.
now, it makes sense that it's only 2.5. If he was in, I could see this one being a 4.5. So
Oh, okay.
um, I'm all right with the 2.5. It's just saying that the Suns are going to win at this point. Um, so that's just my thoughts on it.
Yeah, hey, I agree.
That's,
If I was
that's
gonna
my
take
only
a
play.
if I was gonna take a pick today in basketball, that would be it.
There you go. Um, Nick's saying that the Habs are going to cover 1.5. Apparently, Turnsey thinks so as well. In Vegas, LOL.
Vegas got embarrassed their last game. They had a 3-0 lead and they blew it to Pittsburgh. Now they get the most horrible NHL team in the league off a win. Um, this is a perfect spot for Vegas. I know Nick said it was a perfect spot for Vegas last game, and it wasn't. But I really think this is a perfect spot for Vegas. And I did add a play in this game that's not on the scroller, but I'll announce that when we get to it.
There you go. All right. Well, we'll go ahead and get to some NHL. We got a 9-game slate for today. The Senators are at the Penguins for the first game that we'll go over. Penguins around a minus 295, 300 favorite in this game. Total of 6. Looking at anything in this one?
I was looking at Pittsburgh minus 2.5, but the odds just aren't really good for that. I'll be on Pittsburgh in some way. They've absolutely dominated Ottawa. Uh, Pittsburgh's won 9 in a row at home versus Ottawa, and the last 6 have all been multiple goal wins. 2, 3, 4 goal wins. So this has not been a good spot for Ottawa to go to. I overvalued Ottawa a little bit in their last game, thinking they were going to come out and smash Buffalo.
No,
They
you
didn't.
undervalued Buffalo.
They lost to the Buffalo Sabres, and now they're supposed to go into Pittsburgh, which has been a nightmare building for them for years, and they're supposed to go in there and beat and win. No. Plus 1.5, maybe if Pittsburgh, because Pittsburgh is coming off a long road trip, so that can sometimes hurt a team. So if I was going to look at Ottawa, it would be Ottawa first period. But you couldn't pay me to put my money on the Senators today. Even if
That's
you
fair.
paid me, I wouldn't be able to do it because then I'd have to release it to my followers, and I can't do that.
That's fair.
So.
I know, real quick, Nick is on the over in this game, and then he's also on Ottawa plus 1.5. So that's what Nick's rolling with this game. I didn't bet any hockey today. I'm just the pretty face at this point now. First game back at Pittsburgh after a long, successful road trip. Potential flat spot for Pitt and a bounce back spot after a bad loss last game. Sens plus 1.5 and plus 100. Wasn't a bad loss. It was against the best team in the NHL. So you like the Capitals game to go over and Flyers game with the over. Okay, good luck. What?
Jekyll Hyde.
There you go. Thank you. I don't know what that means, but sounds good.
I can't remember either what it means, but it means something. So
sounds good.
Dre, if you could explain that to us, I'm sure I'll be like,
I'm just a little dummy.
No. I've heard it before. I don't know what it means.
There you go. We'll keep rolling on. The Flyers are hosting the Blue Jackets. Flyers are on a 120 favorite, total of 6. What are you going to do in this game if you're into anything at all?
I am, yes. We did Total Chaos last night, so I'll plug that. Obviously on Picks and Parleys. And we did the totals in the final games. And I'm not a totals guy. I don't really release a lot of totals. I don't really bet a lot of totals. I'm much more of a side. But it's funny that I have 2 totals in these beginning games, but we went over the later games. So how do we went over the beginning games? I think I would have done a bit better, or I will do a bit better. But I like this over. Let me get out my stats here. Sorry. I'm on the over. The last in Columbus's last 8 games, 5 went over, 1 went under, 2 landed on 6. In Philly's last 10 games, 3 went over, 7 went under, but all 7 games that went under were 5-goal games. So they just barely went under. None of them went under like 1-0 or 2-0. It was all like 4-1 or 3-2 or whatever. In the last 5 meetings, Columbus has gone to Philly. 4 went over, 1 pushed on 6. So the fact that this is at 6, if it was at 6.5, I would not be on it. Even though I do think they get to 7, obviously. But the safety net of a possible push with a 6 at -110 give me the over.
I like it. I like it. What does Nick have in this game, if anything? Nick's on the Flyers. Interesting.
My lean was Columbus, but I didn't play it.
Well, Nick's on Philadelphia, which I believe this is what, the 4th time he's betting them this year? Good luck.
Columbus isn't a good road team. So.
Ooh, okay, we're good. We got suppness. Thanks, Lex. Appreciate it. It means they perform some games and don't show up for the next. That's fair.
Oh, Jekyll
Just
Hyde.
inconsistent.
Okay. Yeah, that makes
You
sense.
guys aren't old enough to know about Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde.
It must be a TV show.
This is the 4th time this year that you've done it. There you go. We'll keep on rolling through. This is probably the best game of the night, bar none. This is your marquee matchup. Future Super Bowl, not Super Bowl, Stanley Cup champions, the Buffalo Sabres, are hosting the Dallas Stars. Stars are a -200 favorite, total of 5.5. Tell me Buffalo for the Cup, and tell me the Buffalo Sabres are going to absolutely smack the Stars around tonight.
I can't say either of those things. But I'm not fading your Sabres. I am not betting Dallas. No, I bet on Buffalo before, and they've lost. I kind of like what they do to Nick.
Don't bet Buffalo. Just don't fade them.
Yeah, well, I've made money fading them. That Detroit Red Wings game, I had to draw.
Enough. Keep moving on.
Anyways, Dallas is dead last in the NHL in goals for on the road. They score 1.88 goals average. So less than 2 goals a game on the road. Buffalo only scores 2.55 at home. So neither of these teams are scoring a lot. Obviously, they do let in around 3 a game on average. But 4 of the last 5 times Detroit went to Buffalo, it went under. Once it went over. And 3 of Buffalo's last 9 games went over. 6 went under. So Buffalo and the history in this matchup has trended under. Dallas 4-3-0 in their last 6, trending to the over. But a lot of those games were at home. If you look at Dallas's last 7 road games, they've lost 7 in a row. 2 went over, 5 went under. And Buffalo's gone under in 4 straight games and 5 of their last 6. So everything is pointing me to the under here. And it is at plus money. Yeah. Oh, no, it's -105 now. Under 5.5, -105. I really like the under in this game.
There you go. That's fun. I will say Nick is on Buffalo Sabres for the Cup. So, no, he's just on the money line. But that's not the point. He's on them. That's all that matters. Hey, awesome people. Hi, Rat. Yeah, don't mess with Tim and his Sabres, just like you don't mess with Terry and his Wild.
Wow, I might just leave the stream now.
All right, see ya. I might be an old Jackal, and Hyde is a folktale.
Oh.
Interesting.
Also, it's really old then.
Yeah, new news to me.
Okay.
Last 7:00 game tonight, and then we get some of the later games. But the Capitals are in Boston taking on the Bruins. Bruins are around a -175 favorite. Total of 5.5. Where are you looking in this one?
I wanted to be on the side that Nick is on, but the odds aren't even close to what they were then. He got them at -133. Now it's -175. So obviously, I will not be taking it at minus 175. Let me see here. I'm like 99% sure this is a pass for me. Yep. This is a pass. I'll probably get to some player props that I'll post on my spreadsheet later on. But I think Boston wins, but I don't know if it's going to be in regulation. I kind of lean to the draw just because Washington is a very heavy overtime team. But I don't really want to do the draw in this spot because Boston has played very well and has done very well at home versus Washington. Boston's 3-1-1 in the last 5 at home versus Washington, and Boston's 8-2-0 in their last 10. If I do look at anything in this game, actually, I might be adding this. The total is 5.5. 4 of the last 5 of Washington's trips to Boston, 4 of the last 5 went over 6. And both teams are trending heavily to the over right now. So the fact that that's at 5.5, it is minus 130. I might actually look and take it at 6 on alternative total, just to get some better money. Let's see what that would be.
I will say, not knowing anything really much about hockey, just looking at line movements, this one opened up at a 6 and has dropped to a 5.5. That tells me that this game's going to end up being an under game to me. Just because normally you see a lot of 6s, you see a lot of overs right now, and it kind of went from 6 to 5.5, which normally doesn't happen lately. Like, you're not going to see any other, you haven't really seen many games drop from a 6 to a 5.5. That just throws up a red flag right there. So I don't want to talk you off of anything because I don't know hockey, but looking at line movements, that's just a red flag right there, and I would probably lean towards the under. But that's just me. I know you have all your statistics with stuff in the past, whether it was this season or last season, whatever you got for them, these two teams. But line movement is just throwing up a red flag and saying, hey, everybody's probably betting the over because these two teams can score. They've been trending over. They've been over against each other a bunch. Yet it's dropped from a 6 to a 5.5. So that's just my thoughts on it. But
what I might do is, because I looked at the odds. It's not really worth it to take. What I'm looking at now, Boston race to 4 goals plus 140. So that allows me to take Boston. Without taking their money line, and allows me to kind of take the over without taking the over. Boston's team total over 3.5 is minus 105. So you can take that to be safe, the minus 105, or you can take the race to 4 for plus 140. So there's a huge difference in that price because obviously Washington could get to 4 first. But Boston's playing so well right now, especially at home. And they are off a really bad game, a really bad loss. So, that Boston race to 4 is probably going to make my card at plus 140. That's a lot of odds. That's a lot of value on that. So,
there you go.
I won't give it out on here because I already typed my plays out and gave them to you. But I'll definitely probably be adding that Boston race to 4.
I like it. Real quick, I forgot to mention with this game, I'll have my same 3 bets as I did last time the Sabres played. I'm going to try to go 3-0 again. I'm taking the Sabres plus a goal and a half, and I'll take the over a point with Tuck and an over a point with Skinner. There you go.
You don't want to try something a little bit different? You're just going to go back to the same thing?
If it's not broke, don't fix it.
All right, we'll see. Hopefully you don't go 0-3 today, Tim. I'll feel bad for you.
And if I do, they're all at $5 a bet because I don't like betting on hockey. Let's go back to the chat for a minute. What up, you beautiful people? Hey, Nathan. How you doing? Wow, a lot of line movement. You got Bruins there. There you go. Pass. That's what I wanted to pull up was my my docs on the games for today. Grand Canyon's a pick'em now. Let's see what did we have. Grand Canyon's probably a later game. Where is? I'm trying to find where it is on my paper, on my not spreadsheet, but my docs. Maybe it might have been a little bit earlier. Grand Canyon. If it's a pick 'em now, then I might like Grand Canyon. We might be. I might be grabbing Grand Canyon on the money line then, but we'll see. We'll see. You like the Bruins money line and the over 6, Buffalo under 1.5 first period. Pittsburgh team total over, Jets money line, Kings over 6. Okay. Good luck tonight. I don't have any of those, so good luck.
I'm only against one of those, so
There you go. I like the 6 lean draw, heavy draw trend for the Caps recently. Monmouth. Where does Monmouth play? If you're gonna put college basketball plays in, if you could put the timing of it and who they're against, so it might be a little bit easier for me to find the games. I have three pages worth of notes on all these games, and it's tough to go scroll through and try to find each and every single one of them. So, if you guys are doing any of those, just let me do that. I cannot find them at the moment. One more scroll through. Monmouth, there it is. You got them at money line. We have them as a 1.5 point favorite, so it'd be a lean that way, but didn't get to it. St. Louis, I know we have something in that game. I believe we have it under, if I remember right. So I'll look through, try to find the orange. No. Oh, hold on, let me click on St. Louis. Nick, if you're able to help out with the college basketballs in the chat, there's St. Louis. You have a -2. We have them at around a -4.5. So, that would be almost a bet, but not quite. Dallas with 4.5 losses, leaving a half point on the favorite or over doesn't seem to benefit the better at all. I buy half a point off any favorite or over, then buy up the dogs and over and unders. Sounds good. Good luck. Only taking Sabres plus a goal and a half. Wimp. You know what, Nick? Shove it. Delaware -16.5. We have that exactly at a 16.5. No value there. Use Control F. No, I'm not using Control F. I don't know what that does, and I don't want to test it. You like the Chattanooga game run line and James Madison. All right, we do like James Madison. And then Chattanooga, we're on the over. Good luck. NBA, Suns, yes. Knicks over, sure. Golden State over, under. I didn't really have any feeling on those what do you call it, games on the totals of any of the games tonight. Those games are at 7. Yeah, I found them. 8 o'clock with Oakland and Milwaukee. See, that's perfect. That allows me to look in the general area, and I could see that we have Oakland as a 8.5 point favorite, so it'd be a half point lean that way. But did not bet it, and we'll let you know if it's something that we bet. Sharks cracking over. We'll go over that game in a minute. This is actually we skipped over a game. I clicked on it and then we didn't go back to it. Jets are at the Predators for the next one. Predators are -145, total of 5.5. We're looking in this one, Terry.
Just before we get to that one, I looked what Control F does, and it brings up like a little search engine, and then you can type in whatever and find stuff. But yeah,
I'll play with that after the stream.
In this game, if you watched Total Chaos yesterday, I was the only one on one side in this game. Everybody else, the other 3 guests, were against me. I'm going under here instead of the over. Under is +110 right now. Nashville's last 4 games, they're 0-3-1, 2-2 in the total. Winnipeg 3-1-1, 3-2 to the over. But these 2 teams, when facing each other in the past, have gone heavily under. Only 1 of the 5 games went over 6. I feel like this is an under spot. I think it's going to be a low scoring game. Both if as long as Saros is starting, I really think this is going to be a close game. Also on Winnipeg money line at plus 125. I like the way they're playing right now, and with plus money, um, how I'm looking at it is I'm going under and Winnipeg, and I'm pretty sure I'll get at least one of them, and that'll be profit because they're both plus money. So
There
as
you
long as I
go.
get one of them, I get both of them. That's awesome. But I'm just hoping for one at least.
There you go. Back to the chat. Weber State, we have them at around a 17-point favorite, so it'd be a lean that way. Grand Canyon is now a plus 1.5. I wanted to go and see why this is moving like this, Nathan. 83% of the money, 64% of the tickets is in on SFA. So it makes sense that the line's moving that dramatically, and that only makes me like Grand Canyon even more. So we might end up adding Grand Canyon to our card if that's the case. So Nick, let me know. Do you want to add Grand Canyon? It's a 4-point value at this point now. Nick is passing on the Nashville game. That's fair. Purdue money line versus Indiana. I remember seeing this one. Purdue is we have them at around minus 3.5, so money line would be all right. But I don't know what your juice is on that. Suns over, Knicks over, Warriors under. Okay. I don't really have any opinions on the totals. NFL Titans, nope. Cincinnati for the Super Bowl. Packers, I will be on the Packers. Nick will be on the Niners. You also teased up the Bills to 2.5. I like the Bills in general. I think they win straight up against Kansas City. Let's get it. Good luck, though. The book wrecked me yesterday. Time to return the favor. Hell yeah. Earle, you like some Earle today. Old Earle Bob. You got him at minus 14. Is that the actual line on that one? Or did you just get a really good line? Yeah, no, I got 20.5 on our book. Which that would be lean towards nothing. At 14, I think that's a tease. I think that's a tease because that would be 6 points down. So 6.5 points down. So that's got to be a tease for Earle.
What does that little emote mean, I wonder?
Popcorn.
Oh.
Brox, y'all keep fading him and he keeps coming. I'm not fading him anymore. I'm not fading him. I'll produce a breakdown on the NFL futures the next show I'm on or in a free pick video. There you go. The minus 21 is the line. FSU minus 22. We just have the under in that early game.
And speaking of NFL, if I quickly can, to Omar's comment, I'm doing an NFL show tonight. And Tim, you're going to be on it, right?
What time?
9 p.m. Eastern.
Yep, I got you.
Yeah, so Nick is going to be on, Tim is going to be on, and we're going to have a few other guests. Won't be a long show because there's only 4 playoff games, but maybe Tim will put the link in the chat.
Oh yeah, I have your link to your YouTube already set up. I was going to post it at the end when I was doing all the housekeepings.
Okay, I just wanted to mention that because you mentioned football, and there's a football show tonight. Check it out. It'll be our debut show, so I'm really excited for it.
There you go. Yeah, actually, I'll go ahead.
Anybody who's interested in football, we'll be going over that tonight. Now, I'm not 100% sure if it's going to be live or not. I'm really hoping it is, and it should be. But it may have to be a recorded show if worst comes to worst.
And at the end of the day, as long as you can get some content up, here is that. There you go. More chat. Wow, I didn't know it was that high. Yeah, it's that high. Detroit minus 5 or money line versus Green Bay. We have it as 5.5.
What makes me think football? Looking at that.
No, it's Detroit Mercy versus the University of Milwaukee Green Bay.
Okay.
So there you go. And I don't remember who says it, but Packers. That is Boomer, Coach Boomer. I'll give out my NFL futures on Getting Wild with Terry and friends. I will say you don't have to wait for my futures. I have the the Cincinnati Bengals Super Bowl 18-1. That's all I got for it now. I know we shouldn't be really rambling on about all this stuff, but I'm going to pull up football, NFL futures, which now the Cincinnati Bengals went from 18-1 to 14-1, and they're currently the worst chance teams to win the Super Bowl at 14-1.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm
What?
taking both the teams that you and Nick I'm taking both teams, Cincy and New England, because I think that are not New England, Tampa, because I think that's the Super Bowl. I think that's the Super Bowl matchup. So I'm going to take both teams, and then I can just watch for fun.
I think Bengals make it, but I think the Packers make it too. At this point,
I don't know.
I had the Cowboys, and then the Cowboys lost, so I don't know. That would just be my idea. We'll go over more with the NFL later on. His show, 9:00 tonight. Here's the link to his channel. Go subscribe to his channel. Let's try to get him to 100 subscribers like really quick. So go ahead and do that. Golden Grizzlies. If that's a mascot for I think that might be Earle. Earle's the Golden Grizzlies. Or should it be Wild West with Tango Terry and friends? Nope. Gotta keep it simple. Don't want to go overboard with it. But we'll go on and move into this matchup, and this is something new. We haven't seen a 7 this year. The total is the 7 in this game between the Panthers and the Oilers. Panthers are also about a 150 favorite. What are we thinking? This is a really high total.
Well, I got to give props to Nick because last night he said it's moving to a 7. It's moving to a 7. It's moving.
Well, yeah, he saw the over 6.5 at -140. So
yeah, it moved to 7. I don't know if it's 7 in every book, but my book it is 7 plus 100 for the over, -120 for the under. I'm glad that on Total Chaos last night it wasn't a 7 because that would have made things really difficult.
Yeah.
But it was only 6.5. I took the over on the Total Chaos yesterday, over 6.5. At over 7 though, I guess a push is a push, but I don't want to recommend a bet hoping that it pushes.
Yeah, no.
If that makes sense. So even though over 7 has plus money, and I do think it's going to be a high scoring game, I just don't. I don't know if it gets to 8. So I don't want to recommend a push. A bet that could push. What I am on in this game, Florida in regulation and Florida race to 4 goals. Florida race to 4 is plus 115. So plus 115 that Florida gets to 4 goals before Edmonton does. As Nick already said earlier, he doesn't think Edmonton is going to get to 4 goals. So if they don't get to 4 goals and Panthers win 4-2, that's a winner for me in that bet. So I'll take plus money on Panthers to get to 4 first.
Sounds good. Orioles the Golden Eagles. Then who's the Golden Grizzlies, dude? Who's the Golden Grizzlies? I don't know my college mascots. I just know the teams and who makes me money. Under 7 and team total under for Oilers. Yeah, the problem is with this 7 is it's the highest total of the year, and it kind of reminds me when there was the first total at like 240 in the NBA. And I went under. It was like between Charlotte and Milwaukee or something. 2 teams that were like really, really high scoring games. And it went way over the total. I feel like with the 7, the books are kind of asking you to go under. Just because, hey, it's the highest total of the year. You really think it's going to go over the highest total of the year? But I have no. That's my only thoughts on it.
Florida's off a loss.
They are off a loss.
They only scored once.
They should have lost that game. So
yeah. So I just see that they're going to bounce back. And then Edmonton, Draisaitl had a really bad interview with a reporter, and they kind of argued. He argued with the reporter. He gave an answer, and the reporter's like, "Oh, if you're not going to actually give me an answer," and then there was like a actual back and forth. They wanted Draisaitl to throw his goalies under the bus, and say something bad about his goaltenders, and he refused
Mm-hmm.
to. So that's basically what it was.
Fair enough.
But the thing is that Edmonton's goaltending is bad. That's the gist of it. So yeah, I couldn't take it under with these two teams. I know it's 7, but these two teams are just their goaltending isn't really good, and Florida's offense can be scary. Edmonton still has McDavid and Draisaitl, and if Draisaitl, I could see him coming out strong tonight after that interview, just to kind of prove them wrong. So
There you go.
yeah,
That's fair. Keep rolling on. Purdue money line, sure. USC, sure. Lean that way. Didn't bet it. New Orleans, we have -5. That's fine. UIC, I believe that's fine. Oakland, we have it around that mark. UConn, sure. Texas A&M CC, I believe we have something in that game. I don't remember. It's a lot of games today. So I'll just agree with you. Towson's been a little bit shaky lately. Parlay of the day. Good luck. But I think actually we might have Towson tonight. Nope, we have the under in that Towson game. Only one game in the last 6 Oiler team total was under 4. Okay. Well, I take that back. 3.5. Yes, I like team total under 3.5. There you go. My books never let me bet Texas A&M CC. Rat bastards. They've been profitable this year. CC's been really good. This opened up at a 6.5 and was bet up to a 7. Fair enough. I wouldn't touch it. Who said last Panthers game was a trap against Calgary? I remember someone in Morning Wood said it on Friday. But damn, that would have been this guy right here. Nick was all over Calgary. I think he was like the only one all over Calgary. Yeah, on that first day of last Woody Standing, like half the crowd got taken out because of Florida, because of Senators in regulation, and because of Dallas puck line. So there was like a lot of people who went down
including this
because
guy.
of that. I will say, I'm still in. I've cashed 2 college basketball plays so far. I got to figure out what mine is for today. I don't know what mine is for today yet, but we'll see. Florida money line against Edmonton. That's fine. I don't mind that. Bounce back game. 3 games left. The Colorado Avalanche head to LA to face off against the Kings. Total Avalanche 180 favorites, total of 6. Where are you looking?
What did the game finish at last night? I went to 2-0 Avalanche. Okay.
Yeah, it was a gross game.
I tried to go to bed early. I couldn't fall asleep early, but I tried to go to bed early. So that game went under. That kind of makes me think. I went under in this game, Colorado LA, on the total chaos, and under 6 right now is plus 105. Both these teams are heavily trending over right now. Obviously, Colorado's last game last night didn't go over. But in their last 5 meetings, mostly last year, because they were in the same division, these two teams last year, only one game landed on 6. The other 4 went under. So these two teams have trended under. They're trending over right now, but they've trended under in the past against each other. So I would lean to the under 6. I don't know if I'm going to get there, though. Colorado's minus 180. They did just play last night, but they are one of the best teams in NHL. LA plus 160. I can see value on LA, but I don't know if I can get there. This is just a pass for me. I can't. I'm not going to force a play. That's it. Don't force plays.
You don't have to force plays.
Yeah,
exactly. Nick's upset alert. He's liking the Kings. That's fine. Money line minus 180. Maybe that plus 160. Maybe. 2 games left. I believe this one's the one that you really like, the dog. The Golden Knights are minus 355 home favorites versus the Canadians, total of 6. How loud are the dogs barking in this one, Terry?
The dogs are asleep and
They
aren't
got
going to be
their
waking
voice
up
boxes
anytime.
ripped out too.
Yeah, they're not making any noise. Um, Montreal has won 2 of 3 games, so they've played in Vegas 3 times in the regular season. They have won twice, but that was a different Montreal team. This is a very different Montreal team than last year. They were scrappy last year. This year, they're absolute garbage. Sorry if there are any Montreal fans in the chat, but hey, you're looking good for the first overall pick, and Shane Wright is a superstar coming. So um, the future is bright, and Montreal's new GM. Montreal has a bright future, but not right now. Vegas, 3-3-2 in their last 8, coming off the Pittsburgh game where they had a 3-0 lead and they blew it. They're going to be pissed off about that. They're going to come out here strong against a really crappy Montreal team. Vegas -1.5 is -155, so that's not a good odds to take for a puck line. So I can see why somebody would see Montreal +135 for +1.5 and think, oh, there's a lot of value on that. But I don't see Montreal staying in this game. What I have done is taken Vegas race to 5 goals at +140.
There you go.
Montreal is not getting to 5 goals in this game. Vegas's defense isn't very good, or Vegas's goaltending isn't very good. So I do see Montreal getting on the board. I lean to the over here, but Vegas race to 5. I think this is going to be perhaps the biggest spread game where a team wins by. I can see Vegas winning by 4+. I may even add Vegas -2.5 and -3.5. I see a big game by Vegas tonight.
Yeah, I'm not going to talk you off of that. Nick is on the opposite side. He likes the Canadians +1.5, and he likes the team total over. 1.5 is quite a low total. It feels like that's the same deal if it was like a 2.5 in baseball, or like 100 in NBA. So I don't mind that at all.
The team total over 1.5, yeah, I could see that happening. I could see Montreal getting 2 goals.
Habs +310. We're gonna say no, Nick. We're gonna say
No.
Hey, but
if it's a personal bet, and you want to have fun and maybe try to win the lottery, go for it. But I couldn't.
Yeah, it's that. I can guarantee you that one is not up on the site.
Okay, good.
We have our limits. We have our limits.
As long as it's not on the site.
We don't go stupid adding +300s to the site because those are going to more times than not be losers. So we're not winning 1 out of every +300. 1 every 3 +300. So
that's good.
But that will bring us to the last game of the night, the battle of the deep sea. We get the Sharks and the Kraken. Kraken around a -115, home favorite, total of 5.5. Last game of the night, Terry. Where are you aiming in this one?
Play the video.
I don't want to use that. It has Oh, this.
Stop it. Get some help.
Yeah, I didn't mean the other video. I meant that. I would have tried to trap you into putting that one up. This one, yes, that's the one I wanted. I don't even know what to say in this game, so I'm not going to say much.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic. Great idea. We'll go back to the chat. Hey, if you don't have to talk about a game, that is fine. We'll keep moving through the hockey slate. One of my favorite plays here, over 5.5. Sharks are not a 100 gambler team in his opinion.
No, but this game is like. Yeah.
Is it though? Is it? San Jose is technically a playoff team.
Right now, maybe. Yeah.
Yes.
Seattle definitely isn't, and I don't know if Nick loves the over 5.5. All the power to him. I wish him luck, but this is not a game I could even come up with anything to say about. So that's why if in my mind, 1-800-GAMBLER game is a game that you shouldn't be really betting on or whatever, right?
No, a 1-800-GAMBLER game would be like the Coyotes facing off against the Habs.
Hey, it was your 1-800-GAMBLER game, but Nick bet on it and won, right? So
I mean,
technically, I guess it is.
Hey, just because it's a 1-800-GAMBLER does not mean you can't bet on it.
Yeah. So that's it. Yeah, this is my 1-800.
Pacific Division is crazy. Good morning, Tiffany.
Reason why I think it's a 1-800-GAMBLER game is I could see Sharks winning, I could see Kraken winning, I could see it go over, I could see it go under, I could see anything happen in this game. So
fair enough. You just don't have you just don't have a beat on the game. I got you. But that is the complete slate for today. We've made it through. So we'll go ahead. We've got some housekeeping, but before we jump into some housekeeping, I'll go ahead and roll the bumper so you guys know about the deals over on earlesportsbets.com.
Hey guys, earlesportsbets.com has finally launched, and to show our appreciation for you, click on the link below or go to earlesportsbets.com/promo to get the 7-day package for only $49. That's $120 in savings. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, she's kind of smart. And especially if you use code YEAR, YEAR, you get 20% off. So you get our 7-day pass for $40. Me and Nick put out anywhere from say 200 to 250 college basketball plays alone each week. So for $40, that's like what, a quarter a play, 10 cents a play, not even, something in that range. So I feel like that has some value to it. Me and Nick have been pretty good in college basketball this year. I think we're up still like 45 to 50 units in college basketball alone. So still riding with that. If you guys are interested in that, link down to the description below. But also housekeeping, if you guys are new to the channel, like, comment, subscribe, share, do all that good stuff. We appreciate all the support. Check out all the links in the description and in the chat. I put a link in the chat. Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Discord, Facebook, Picks and Parleys, Premium Plays, merch, a TikTok, and the Earle Sports Bets website. And the link in the chat, go subscribe to Terry's channel. He'll be starting his thing tonight. Go check it out. Get him to 100 subscribers by the end of the month. Let's do that. I'm going to keep pushing Terry's, even when he's not on. He's going to be, I'll put him in the description. Go subscribe to his channel. Trying to build that up as well, so that he can have some fun with it too. So go ahead and check out his channel. Link to that's in the chat, and I'll eventually put it in the description for anybody who is watching later on in the show. Speaking of picks and parlays, me and Craig did his show earlier. We're live now. Higgs should be live in about 20. Allie Burns at 1:30. Game time at 6. Terry, you doing a space at 5 today?
Yeah, the last space will be at 5.
Space at 5 today on Terry's Twitter. And then if it's live tonight at 9 o'clock, the NFL show. If not, he'll post it after he's done with it. But that's going to be uploaded as well tonight. And tonight's Thursday, so Almost Adulting is also tonight. So go ahead and check that out. I believe that it's at like 9:45, 10 o'clock range, somewhere in that area. Perfect. So pretty much right when we're done with our NFL stuff, that will be starting up. So lots of content today, lots of stuff to go over. Really, really excited for it. So a lot of big things coming up. Big slate for me today. I'm on the Suns. -2.5. That is it.
What about the rest of your picks, Tim?
There's only 3 NBA games that I'm not. Oh, sorry. Buffalo plus a goal and a half. Skinner to record a point and Tuck to record a point. And not if it's not broke, don't fix it.
You don't want to sprinkle a little bit on Buffalo money line?
Oh, you already know I'm going to bet Buffalo money. You already know I'm going to sprinkle a little bit on the Buffalo money line, but
there you go.
Safer play for that one is going to be the Sabres on the puck line.
So as for
Nick, I'm not a whip. No. As for Nick's slate, he's got the over in Pittsburgh. He's got Philly. He's got Boston. He's got the over in San Jose. He's got the Sabres on the money line, and that one is up on the site. Ottawa plus a goal and a half. Florida and Edmonton under the 7. Edmonton under 3.5. Montreal plus a goal and a half. Montreal over 1.5 goals. LA plus 160. And then Nick's only NBA play is the Pacers plus 12. Terry?
A few of these plays aren't on the scroller because I added them during the show, but I'll just say
Mhm.
everything I'm on. Columbus, Philly over 6. Dallas, Buffalo under 5.5. Boston race to 4 goals. Winnipeg money line. Winnipeg, Nashville under 5.5. Florida in regulation. Florida race to 4 goals. And Vegas race to 5 goals.
There you go.
And that was
I
it.
don't mind that at all. Almost adulting tonight. I will have drinks ready. You get it. Good show. Thanks, Earle Twins. Terry A. Hey, Terry is an honorary Earle, so he's part of the Earle family now. He can't leave now.
Aw.
You're stuck. But that's gonna wrap it up for today, guys. I want to thank you guys all for watching. Make sure you check out Terry at Let's Go Wild Picks on Twitter and the Getting Wild with Terry and Friends on YouTube. Subscribe to his channel. I'm going to keep plugging that as much as I can because he deserves it.
Thanks,
So
man. Smash like
that's
button.
going to
No.
smash the like button. Yeah, smash the like button. And subscribe to Earle Sports Buzz as well. We actually just hit 1,600 subscribers. So thank you for that. So
Wow.
let's keep on growing. Let's keep on making some money. And college basketball today, NBA today, and NHL. Until next time, we'll see you tomorrow. See you guys.